Hi guys, so for this video I'm using knitting needles in size 5.5 millimeters. I'm using circular needles because I find them more flexible, but you can use double pointed ones as well. And the yarn that I'm using is in size 4 medium. So I'll start by leaving a long tail and I'll make a slip stitch. Now I'll cast on 60 stitches. You can cast on any way you know how, it's totally fine. This stitch already counts as one. So after we cast on 60 stitches, we turn our work around and then we knit every stitch throughout row 1. This is one of the basic stitches, so whenever you learn how to knit, this will be the easiest stitch to use. So this completes row 1. Now for row 2 we turn our work around and then we'll repeat row 1. So we'll knit every stitch throughout row 2. Now for the pattern, we repeat row 1. So we continue knitting every row until our work measures 3 inches. So as you can see here, I used 2 colors, one in yellow and one in burgundy. I knitted 2 rows in yellow and 2 rows in burgundy. This is the wrong side and this is the correct side. Now I'll count 15 stitches from the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Then right here between the stitch 15 and 16 I'll put a stitch marker. Now we'll repeat the same thing on the left side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now between stitch 15 and 16 I'll place a stitch marker. So you see here I did not cut the yarn at all, I just carried it. So for the next row, see, we have this burgundy yarn right here lying flat, and we use this yellow yarn over the burgundy one, and we'll switch the color. So I'll start by knitting these first 15 stitches. Now that we have knitted these first 15 stitches, between this next stitch marker and this one right here we have 30 stitches. So now these next 30 stitches we'll knit 2 together, and by the time we reach this next stitch marker we should have 15 stitches right here in the middle as well. This is a decrease. Now that we have reached this next stitch marker, we just pass it on a right needle. It can still remain there, and then we'll knit the next 15 stitches. And now this completes this row. Now for next row, I'll turn my work around. Then again, I'll knit these first 15 stitches. And now this first stitch marker, we can just remove it. Now these 15 stitches that we have decreased from the previous row, I'll knit the first stitch, then I'll knit the second stitch. With the left needle, I'll pick up this first stitch and pass it over the second stitch. Knit the next stitch. Insert the left needle through its first stitch and pass it over the second stitch. We'll decrease these 15 stitches the same way until we reach the next stitch marker. Now we've reached this stitch marker, but I still have this extra stitch on my right needle. So I'll knit the next stitch, then I'll decrease this stitch. So now here we have 14 stitches on our left needle and 1 on our right needle. We'll pass this stitch from our right needle to our left needle, and then we'll knit these last 15 stitches. So this completes this row. See, we have 15 stitches left. We decreased right here at the center, and then we have 15 stitches right here on the right side. But for now, we will work only through these first 15 stitches at this point. Don't work on these, we'll just ignore these second set of 15 stitches. But now I have to switch the yarn again. So again, I'll knit these first 15 stitches. turn my work around. Again, knit these same 15 stitches. Again, turn my work around. Now switch the color again, and I'll knit these first 15 stitches. And now I need to increase 15 more stitches. It's not the best way to increase, but I want to try this one today. And now I'll turn my work around, but then I will knit these existing 15 stitches and these 15 extra stitches. Again, I'll turn my work around, switch the yarn, then I'll knit these 30 stitches. Turn my work around again, I'll knit these 30 stitches. I think one more time we'll repeat this, one more. So again, I'll switch the color and then I'll knit these 30 stitches. And now I'll turn my work around and I'll finish off these 30 stitches. So now that I have only one stitch left on the needle, I will chain one, then I'll cut this yarn. Repeat the same thing for the burgundy yarn because we did use two colors, but it's just to make sure it's tied these two ends for now because we weave the ends in later. Alright, so this is what we have on the right side. And now we will repeat the same thing on the left side with these second set of 15 stitches. So we just repeat the same thing. Now that both of those sides are finished, we'll fold our work in half from the wrong side. Then I'll join these two sides together, then these two sides together.